If 2020 was a character in Money Heist, who will it be then? Gandia, Sierra, or Arturo? I bet most of us would choose Arturo because Arturo has been a nuisance in Money Heist for quite a long while. Well, have you ever wondered why Professor has so much love from fans and the robbers? Even though Berlin is the mastermind behind the plan, Professor is gaining all the love and all the trust from both robbers and fans. In this video, I'll be telling you the 5 smart and magical things Professor did to gain all the love. My name is Lydia and welcome to Sahara Movies. On the first smart thing Professor did, if we could do a flashback, we remember Professor received a call from Raquel's mom telling him about something she wasn't supposed to disclose, and which was able to put Professor in a very hot seat, and he had to act fast because if that information got to Raquel, that would be his end and that would be the end of the heist. So he went to Raquel's mom's house to poison her and make it look like it was a natural death, until he realized that Raquel's mom was suffering from an illness that makes her forget easily and very fast, and then deleted the last call and got rid of the written evidence Raquel's mom put down for her daughter, because he knew that by the time Raquel returned home, her mom would have forgotten. That was a smart move over there, and good old to Professor. Secondly, Raquel is in the picture again. This happened exactly that same day when Raquel received a call that they have found where Professor and his team had that lecture or had that whole plan to rob the bank, and Raquel decided to go and check it out. Professor went with her, and Professor was expecting Raquel to use 3 days to do the investigation, but later Raquel realized that no, Professor was being smart because he actually went and cleaned all the fingerprints and left only Rio, Tokyo and Berlin's fingerprints, which was already known by the police. That was when Raquel realized that the mastermind behind the plan has been smart, but this time she was able to get it faster than he expected. That is not the news. That is not the smart thing he did. The smart thing he did was when Raquel's husband was called to the scene to investigate the ashes or to investigate some pictures that were burnt, Professor opted to go with him to drop him at a place closer to his apartment or closer to his house. But he knew very, very well that wasn't his motive behind joining Raquel's ex-husband. On the way, he irritated him enough to cause a fight. But before then, he had already burnt an old newspaper and kept the ashes in order to exchange it with what Raquel's husband had as evidence to do investigation in the lab. That was one of the smartest things Professor did. I was not expecting him to go the extra mile on that. Yes, he exchanged the evidence, and when they got to the lab, they found out that that was an old newspaper that was in it, and there was no way Raquel's ex-husband would have said Professor exchanged it. Even though he suspected it, there was no proof to that. And imagine watching your favorite fan doing all this. You'll be like, whoa, I believe in you, I trust you for this. On a third one, there was a scene that Professor's identity was about to be revealed by a witness who saw him. Old cars were down there, and a witness saw Professor. At that same point, he knew that if he didn't act fast, his identity was going to be revealed. And guess what he did? He broke into the police car and then called where they were doing the investigation at the point that Professor's identity was about to be revealed. It was even revealed but later deleted. Called to make a threat to him that he is going to harm his children if he didn't stop what he was doing, using a police radio to do that call. And later, when he saw that the police were right behind him, he faked another call telling them that there was a crime going on somewhere. Like, that was good. That was good. That was really, really good. Watching this, you just be like, wow, like you feel so satisfied. You know this man is going to solve this problem, and yes, he does it. Our fourth one was when Angel was in coma and was in the hospital, and the investigation team, or Raquel and his team, decided to outsmart the professor. They published it in the news that Angel has woken up from coma, and also published his ward number where he was admitted. They published his room number. Professor knew that was a trick, or that was a trap, but he wanted to satisfy his instinct. He wanted to be sure that this was a trap. So he decided to go there, and that was the biggest risk he was supposed to take, because going into that room means something. And he didn't want to take that risk, but at the same time he had to take the risk. And the funny part was when he dressed like a clown. I was even thinking he was going to walk straight to the room and go and kill Angel, or just to be sure Angel is dead or not. Guess what he did? He gave a camera or a doll to a child to go to that particular room to go and give the doll to a patient there. And that was a camera. He was just around there watching if really Angel was dead. I'm sure if really Angel had woken up, I'm sure if the camera detected that Angel had woken up, he would have thought of another thing to do there. Like, you watch the series and you're like, no, this man is going to do his magic again. And yes, he does his magic again. Before he sped off, before he left the hospital and saw that it was a trap. Now on the most magical thing Professor did in the series. I'm sure it's one of the best scenes that most of us really remember. There was this part that Professor had to clean the evidence in a car they used. He called Helsinki. Helsinki said, no, I didn't clean the evidence. Wow. And that was serious trouble he had put them into. Sometimes Professor himself has to go out and work things out. As he got there, he cleaned every evidence. He saw that the police were also coming there. And guess what? Raquel was part of them. At that time, Raquel was part of the police. And there was no way I would have thought that Professor was going to escape from that. And yes, he did. He disguised himself as a madman, tore his clothes apart, actually put something in his nose and started bleeding, looked so dirty, poured dirty oil on himself, like it was good, and took a dog and was working with a dog. And like, I was watching it, I was like, this man, I trust him, like he's trustworthy. So these things make it fun, really admire him more than the man behind the plan himself, more than Berlin himself. So as we watch Money Heist, we know that he is not going to leave the team to get stranded. He's not going to leave the team to get all messed up. Definitely he's going to intervene one way or the other. Whether he's there or he's not, he has someone to be there when he's not around. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe for more videos like this and more updates. Once again, I'm Lydia, and always stay marvelous. Bye.